Hi, welcome to this module on teamwork. During this module, we're going to discuss the importance of teamwork and how to get along in a team. I'm sure you already know that a team forms a very core part of a business. Any business that wants to be successful has to ensure that the team is successful. A business could have thousands of employees, and the best way to manage these employees is by ensuring that they're split up in teams. Now, in this module, what we're going to do is first understand the importance of teamwork, then the importance of collaborating, that is, working with different teams, either from different departments or within the same department, collaborating within the same department with different teams. And we'll also discuss working relationships and how to make sure that we ace the art of maintaining good professional relationships. All of this will add to our career success, because in order to ensure that we are successful in our careers, we need to always keep in mind that it's important to get along with people, to work together as a team, to maintain good relationships, not just with your colleagues, but also with your bosses, and forge a path forward. Importance of teamwork. Let's discuss a few important points on teamwork. The very first thing that comes to mind when we think of team is a group of people working together. Now, I'm sure during this lockdown period, most of us have had the opportunity to work from home. And eventually, we've all realized that working from home, although was fun for a while, we still miss the human element. We still miss being together and working together. And everyone is quite eager to get back to office or to their workplace. So what's important to note here is that human beings are social animals. We like being together, working together, and doing things together. You might be someone who likes to be alone while being surrounded by people, but the fact remains that you cannot always be alone. You like being in a surrounding, you want to interact with others, and you want to get along with people. So the importance of team is that it satisfies this basic need in a human being, that is to be a part of a group. Once that happens, then there is this urge, to work together and achieve a goal. So man is a social animal. He likes interacting with other human beings, sharing his thoughts, his beliefs, and especially getting along with a group. It only helps him, achieve his dreams more easily, because then he feels that he's working with people who are like-minded and are achieving the same goals that he is. Teamwork also provides framework to a business. Now, like I already said, a business could have thousands of employees all working together towards meeting a company's goals. Now, when you have a team, what happens is when the workforce is broken up into teams, then it gives the business a framework, a structure by which, a certain group of people will do certain things and another set of people will do something else. So the whole business goal is divided into different functions. So it could be operations, it could be human resources, it could be IT, it could be workforce management. So there are a lot of elements that come together that make a business successful, and you do that by using the whole concept of teamwork. You divide people into groups, and each team will have different sets of people. There will be very good top performers in a team. There might be mediocre performers, and then there might be those who struggle a bit, every month to meet their scorecard. So with this kind of a structure, what happens is everyone's strength and weaknesses are put to work. As in, what I'm trying to say is that if someone has a weakness, then someone else compensates for that by their strength. So, people are different. My strength might not necessarily be your strength, and your strength might not be my strength. So when you're working together, then that balances out. And that obviously ensures greater success to the business and greater individual success as well, because I get to apply my own strengths and ensure that, I'm successful at whatever I'm good at. Also, it gives the opportunity for someone who, to develop their own skills. So this kind of a framework helps the business to cater to especially those individuals who might be struggling and need more help. So being in a team kind of provides that support. So team provides the right framework for a business to be successful. Many hands make light work. While we work with a team, what happens is all the job that the team is supposed to achieve as a whole is divided. Due to this division, there isn't too much of pressure on one particular individual. So we all will have goals, we all have targets to achieve, but if everyone contributes, say for example, it could be a sales environment where say the target is 50 and there are 10 people in the team or 15 people in the team, then each individual just has to ensure he meets at least 5 or 6 sales either in a day or a month, whatever the target is. And then the whole team ends up achieving the goal. Now, some members of the team might have good days. So they might, instead of achieving 5 as their target, they might end up achieving 8 or 9. And some might be struggling, might achieve 1 or 2. But it does not put too much pressure on that individual, because even if you're having a bad day, you know that your team members have got your back and the goal is still going to be achieved. So that does not mean you, lay back and let others do the work. But what I'm trying to say is that it gives the opportunity to, on your bad day, to you know at least that your team's got your back. And when someone else is not having a good day, then you pitch in. You might be doing really well on that day. So many hands make light work. That is one of the key reasons why working in a team is always very helpful, because together the work pressure doesn't get to you, and together the team creates a very friendly and healthy work environment. Teamwork also builds trust in an organization. Have you ever thought about it? Whenever you go to a company or meet someone in a business, either for an interview or maybe you're working with someone, you work with your boss or your manager or any colleague, you don't really meet a company, right? You never meet, say for example, think of any company, say LIC. You don't really meet LIC. You meet a person representing LIC. Now, what I'm trying to say here is that when you work with an individual who represents the company, then you form an impression about the company based on your interaction with that individual. Now, based on your interaction with that individual, you end up either trusting the individual or not trusting the individual. Now, if you trust the individual, it automatically means that you trust the organization. So when people are put into teams, it is the team leader's responsibility and, of course, the responsibility of each individual in the team to ensure that this trust is built, because the impression that you get about a company is based on the people working for the company. So if I want to know how good your company is, I will come and speak to you, and the impression I get after speaking to you is the actual truth about the company that you work for. Now, putting people in teams helps build trust, because then people talk to each other, they share their problems, and they liaise. And then based on company policy, a team leader will guide his team, and individuals in the team will interact with each other in a particular way while keeping company policies in mind. So that automatically builds an environment where they start trusting each other. Now, the moment they start trusting each other and they start trusting their manager or their leader or their boss, it automatically builds trust in the organization. Teamwork also helps in providing clarity of goals and roles. Now, like I said, a business could have many employees, and once these employees are divided into teams, each team has a particular goal to meet. Now, what happens is if teams are not structured properly, if the framework is incorrect, then everyone is trying to do everything. And that could lead to a lot of confusion. That could lead to a lot of wastage of time and a lot of effort going here and there, but no real milestone being achieved. So what happens is when a team is made and the workforce is divided and all the goals are divided, like this team will do this team will do that, and this person in the team will do this particular thing. Once you divide the work, then it is more easy to achieve goals, and it's more easy to know what your role is in a team, because that is very important. Like I said, each individual has their own strengths and weaknesses. Now, if I'm a part of a team and my manager or my boss knows what my strengths are, then he'll give me a particular role in the team. Like I've always been good with taking initiatives and getting the guys together to do whatever needs to be done. So I was always given this role where I would always lead the rest or help someone who is not doing that well. So that's something that I'm good at. So when you're in a team, you know exactly what your goal is, you know exactly what your role is. And once you know this, it is more easy to come together and work as one complete unit. Remember, a team is one unit. It is not 15 people or 20 people working and doing their own thing. It's one unit coming together to achieve one common goal. A team also ensures that it encourages participation among different members of the team. What happens usually is when people are left all by themselves, they don't have that direction, and they might not necessarily, they might only do what they're told to do. But once you put people in a group, then it kind of creates an environment where people talk to one another and they try to achieve a common goal. And so suppose for example, you're a part of a team, and say the goal is to do XYZ. Now, the moment that goal is given, immediately you start discussing with your colleagues, like how we're going to achieve it. Is that even possible? Some might say it's possible. Some might say it's not possible, depending on what the situation is. So there'll at least be a discussion. Now, this is a kind of participation that any team member, any team leader, or any business would encourage. Because when this talking happens, when this interaction happens, people are participating. And once they talk is when, you can influence them and get them to the direction that you want the conversation to go. So being a part of the team ensures that participation is encouraged. Now, once you're in a team, or once a leader is able to understand this discussion that is happening and is able to get people to participate, he's able to influence the direction. What will happen if once he does that? He's able to then create inter-team competition. He's able to say, okay, this person was the best last month. Let's see if the second best can be the first this month. So it kind of creates healthy competition between different members. Some people who are struggling in a team might be given someone to shadow, so that they can copy skills from the other person, or learn some new tricks and trades and get better at their work. So it's a good grooming opportunity as well. And ultimately, of course, there are rewards and recognitions. So being a part of the team and being the best in a team itself is a great reward. It kind of grooms you, to compete with other team members and other departments as well. So this encouragement of participation ensures that, people work together, and there is this environment where we are striving together to achieve a goal. Teamwork also promotes a sense of belonging. Now, the sense of belonging is a very important aspect in everyday life. We need to feel, human beings in general need to feel that they belong to something. If you just tell someone to achieve a goal or do a task, unless and until they don't find any reason or meaning in it, it's very difficult to get them to feel passionate and a good enough reason to actually work hard and strive for something. So, for example, if I tell you, you got to get up every day at 5 o'clock in the morning and go for a jog, you'll be like, why should I do that? There isn't any reason for me to do it. But if the reason is, you will look healthy and, you'll fit into your pants better or whatever, then that gives you a reason to do it. So human beings need that kind of a reason. Now, usually in a business world, obviously we all get paid at the end of the month. So that's a good enough reason. But a bigger reason than that is one's own sense of belonging, the emotional connect that you form with other people in the team. It inspires a sense of belonging, that I want to do it because I'm a part of this group. And if the group is not happy or the team is not happy, then I won't be happy as well. So this sense of belonging has a different power all by itself. It inspires individuals to, work together and get everyone to work together towards a common goal. And obviously, once that happens, then the business as a whole succeeds as well. It is easy to manage change and conflict while working as a team. Now, human beings, when they work together, of course, it is quite normal to have differences of opinion and conflicts as well. And change is, of course, a very common and constant aspect of not just life, but any business. Now, when you're structured into a team, what happens is it is easier for the business to handle change, because it is more easy to talk to a group of 15 people and, manage some conflict or manage some change rather than speaking to thousands of employees altogether. So that's one of the importance of teamwork. Once you split people up into teams, you're able to, cater to each one's needs, because each team will have a leader, and then that leader can ensure that each team member is given that specific attention, so that personal problems, professional problems, and all can be listened to and understood, and each one actually feels heard. So it is more easy to manage conflict and manage change as well. Efficiency plays a very crucial role in any business. We all spend a limited time at work. So every business needs to ensure that whatever time is spent at work is productive and is efficiently used, right? Because time once lost will not come back. So every time there is some task to be met or some goal to be achieved, when you're working together in a team, your roles and responsibilities are already assigned to you. You know exactly what you're meant to do. You've been given the training so that you have the skill to achieve that goal. You are a part of this family, if I could use that word, and because you're working as one unit, you're together. Then you also have that will, because you have the sense of belonging. So that ensures that you come together as a team and use the time that you have as efficiently as possible to achieve your goal. So it doesn't just take care of your skills, but also your will, and ensures that time is efficiently managed so that you achieve your goals quickly and the team as a whole is a success. Teamwork also fosters a learning environment. Now, a learning environment is crucial to any success. If you're a part of a business, and obviously in today's world, every business constantly changes depending on how the work environment is. So there are new things happening, there are new skills that need to be learned, new trainings that need to be completed. So there's a constant change that's happening. So it's a little difficult sometimes to keep things up. But when you're in a team environment, you can immediately look to the person on your right or your left and immediately ask for some help. You don't have to, wait for someone to come and help you. Your colleagues could help you. Some member in the team, I'm sure, would already have the answer that you're looking for. And it creates a very friendly environment where, asking a doubt or not being sure is not looked down upon. It is because everyone's treated like family, right? So like in your family, if you have a problem, you will either speak to your mom, dad, or your siblings, or probably even your friends, your close friends. It's the same thing in a team. When you're in a team and you have a challenge, particularly with business, or some work-related challenge, you can easily just look around and ask the doubts that you have and clarify them immediately. So that fosters a very good learning environment that will encourage you to probably even look for growth within the organization, because you see that other people in your team are getting promoted, and that would inspire you to learn from them and follow their footsteps. So working together in a team also ensures that this work environment is very friendly and a good environment to learn in. Last but not least, one of the most important benefits of working in a team is that it helps overcome each other's weaknesses. I mean, strengths are one thing, people say that their strengths are important, but managing one's weakness is more important than managing what your strengths are. Say, for example, my strength is communication. I'm good at communicating. I know how to communicate to a group or to any individual. But suppose my weakness is something like I don't have very good dressing sense, So whenever I go to speak to someone, it is going to be obvious that my communication, no matter how good I am at it, is going to take a back seat because my weakness is my dressing sense. That immediately comes out. So the reason I'm giving you this example is because you need to be a balance of both, right? You need to be a balance of both. You need to not just have good communication, but you also need to have good dressing sense. Now, this is an individual example. When you're working in a team, say someone is good at meeting one particular metric, but someone else is not that good at that. So what happens is this other person can help the guy improve by either letting him shadow or sharing some tricks and trades with him, which will allow the team as a whole to be strong. So you overcome the other person's weakness. In some situations, what happens is the top 5 performers of the team are able to manage the remaining 10 who might not necessarily be doing that well. There have been situations, I've personally experienced this, where if there are 15 people in the team, the top 5 performers are at times able to carry the weight of the whole team. So the team as a whole is doing really well. But if you go to look at individual performance, you will see that the top 5 are the ones who are actually performing and the rest of the 10 are still, not doing that well. So I hope you catch my drift here. What I'm trying to say is that this creates this environment where you are able to overcome each other's weaknesses. Obviously, it is the team leader's job to ensure in such a situation that the ones who are not doing that well, are put on some sort of a performance improvement plan, and everyone comes to a kind of a consistent level in performance, so that not too much burden is put on the ones who are doing well. But the point is, in a team, it's very easy to overcome each other's weaknesses and approach any challenge together as one unit, as one whole complete system that can achieve anything.